Oto Town. Here at Workaholic, we're all about travel, adventure, and food culture. I believe that one of the best ways to truly experience culture, local culture, when we travel is to try the food, and which is why I always feature food articles, from my adventures across the globe. So now it's okay for me to tell you about what I found out in other, destinations, but I won't be doing justice to myself and also to my culture if I don't take you back to where I come from. I'm from Nigeria, and I'm from the southern part of Nigeria. I'm from Akwa Ibom State in Nigeria. And one of the things Akwa Ibom people are known for is the importance we attach to hospitality and also food culture. Food is an integral part of the Akwa Ibom culture. And so that's why if you visit my home state, you would discover that the people are very warm, they're very hospitable. So you would find that most people from my place love to cook, and they're not doing it because, they do it for fun. Like, I do love to cook. Like, I can pick up a cup of tea and walk into my kitchen, like, well, let me, rinse this cup of tea. And then I look around and then, okay, I have basil. Like, I actually do have basil. I'm growing here. I want to show you. I have a new addiction. And so I have plants all over my house. So I'm growing basil here. And then I also use it to cook. So that's what, you would get from, women from my place. So today, I'm going to show you how to make Ekpang Nkukwo. Have you heard of Ekpang Nkukwo? Ekpang Nkukwo, it's like a pottage dish. It is made with cocoyam and water yam and wrapped in leaves. This is cocoyam and water yam blended together to make a paste. And then leaf that I'm going to use, I decided to use African spinach. It's called green. You can get it in the market. It's a very good substitute in case you cannot find the is it cocoyam leaf, or I think it's cocoyam leaf. Then I have periwinkle. Ooh, that's going in there. I have my fish that I have already dressed, taking out the bones, just make it look well. It's smoked fish, very nice. And then I have this is like cow leg. I have chopped cow leg into small sizes. And then of course I have my spices here. I have my meat stock. I don't need to show you out there. I'm going to grease the base of my pot with oil. We do this so it would not get burnt. You would understand as I get along. So you want to grease the base of your pot. So just so you can see what I'm doing, I just poured palm oil. It's palm oil I used, and then I just ensured that my palm oil filled up the base of my pot. My periwinkle here. Normally, I just see people do this, but they put the periwinkle at the base of the pot. It serves the same purpose. The base, I just lay out the base of my pot with the periwinkle. So now we have that out of the way. I have my paste. I've seen this being done. I liked it, So I'm going to spice my paste just so it will taste better. So I spiced my paste, and then I'm just going to mix it nicely. Get the spice going. I spiced it with seasoning cubes. I never used to do it. My mommy doesn't do it, but I saw it and it made sense. It made sense. So I'm going to show you how to wrap this. So you just pick this leaf. I hope I'm close enough. So that's what it looks like. This is the leaf. and then you just take the paste and you wrap. You're wrapping on the inner part of the leaf. You just fold it, and fold it. There. So I'm doing, and then I put it in the pot. I will show you what that looks like. So I have done 2, and that's the pot. So I'm going to wrap. I'm going to go ahead and wrap everything. Here, same thing. I pick up the leaf, I wrap it, put it in my pot. Yes, I am doing that for everything. So like I said, Ekpang Nkukwo is a pottage dish, and it's nicknamed love portion. Yes, love portion, because of the patience, that goes into making it. So it requires a lot of work. You can see I grated, this was grated and blended together, and then I have to take my time and wrap each one. I have to take my time and wrap each one into this leaf to make a full pot of pottage. And so that's why it's called love portion, because because of the time and patience and work that goes into making it. And then I have a story to tell you. There's a story behind this Ekpang Nkukwo, a love story behind this Ekpang Nkukwo, and I'm going to tell you. My brother-in-law met my sister at my house. Normally, at the beginning of the year, I always look for ways to give people gifts, and because I had a lot of people, within my the office that I wanted to give gifts, and then I decided, okay, let me cook and then invite them to come and eat and to come and have a taste of this very famous Ekpang Nkukwo. It is famous. We take it seriously. I don't think I'm exaggerating enough, I don't think I'm exaggerating enough. And then I invited them, and then my brother-in-law promised, offered to come ahead of everyone else and help me prepare to go through this process. So he came, and then he helped me, we gisted, and then we made the food, and then everyone else came. It was like one big happy family. We had food, and then they now went back. And then after that, we planned a road trip to it was a West African tour. So we did like a road trip, and then my sister was coming with me on that trip, and then promise. My brother-in-law said he was going to come. Followed me on the trip, Workaholic Adventure, just so he could connect with my sister. I didn't know. And then, of course, after the trip, silly boy, I created a WhatsApp group so everyone could, so we could share pictures and all that. I made it very easy. Just planted the girl for the boy. And as a sharp guy, he went ahead. Then he started dating my sister. 1 year down the line, he proposed. Was it 1 year? No, it was less than 1 year. He proposed in less than 1 year. You see, that's the kind of women you will find when you come to Cray. You will meet them in January and propose in May. That's how my brother-in-law met my sister. He came to eat Ekpang Nkukwo. Do not forget. Do not forget that the trip was inspired by Ekpang Nkukwo. So you see, we don't joke about Ekpang Nkukwo. There's something about Ekpang Nkukwo that brings people draws people, unites people. You see, there's something about food, Ekpang Nkukwo, that unites people. My boss once said that other than having nutritional benefits, that Ekpang has magnetic powers. Are you in doubt? I told you the story about my brother-in-law. That is the magnetic power of Ekpang Nkukwo. So you see, I've gone really far. We've been talking and then my pot is almost full. So this is my pot of greatness. I've finished wrapping everything up. I'm just going to put like the fish. That's a dry fish. So this is the cow leg that I chopped into smaller parts. Yum, yum, yum. That's a pot of goodness. So this is crayfish that I actually blended, and I'm going to be very generous with it in my, you have to be really generous with this because this can make or break your pot of food. So that's my pot of goodness. So I'm putting my meat stock in there. Fill it in with water. Just enough to cover. I have yellow pepper. So that's my yellow pepper. I'll be careful so it's not too much. Ooh. Look at that. But I'm just going to let it boil and really cook deep. Normally you do not want to stir until it's well cooked, because if let's say if I try to stir it now, I would end up destroying everything I have done. So I want to ensure that the leaf is actually firm on the paste before I actually stir. So this looks good. I'm going to just give it a good stir. My scent leaf goes in, and then, well, they don't teach us how to measure these things. You just listen to your ancestors. They'll tell you, once they tell you, my daughter, it's okay, oh, then you know. I'm going to give this a nice stir. Food is almost ready. I'm still drinking. And you would like to know what, just put this here, what is the secret ingredient? I know you were waiting. Now, the secret ingredient is, drums rolling, love. Love is the secret ingredient in Ekpang Nkukwo. Don't leave me, don't leave me, don't. Why is love the secret ingredient? You see the stress I went through. I've been cooking for maybe about, give and take, I think maybe the whole process took, like today, took about maybe 2.5 hours. Yesterday I definitely spent more time making it because I wanted to shorten the process today. But you see all the love and the passion that went into making this meal. Now that is what makes Ekpang Nkukwo remarkable. It's the fact that even though it takes, most people do things from scratch. When we were taught to do these things from scratch. So when you find someone who actually goes through the pain of maybe cooking, and then the patience involved in, wrapping the leaves, that is something you don't want to take for granted. So thank you very much. If you do like this content, please like this video. That's how you can support me. So like this video and then subscribe, and then tell a friend to tell another friend to like and to subscribe. That's how you can actually support me. So thank you very much for staying with me.